Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. My name is Arinda Adelia. Here I want to review one of books my lecture, Miss Hasnul Insani Johar, which was published in this year 20 and 24. In her book, analyze various books titled with different themes and storylines. And it is not only analyzing such as reviewing, but also analyzing the implied meaning in the novel using theories, tropes, and other purpose research. There are several novels in this book. First, there is a map of home, hope, and other dangerous pursuits, the girl in sanguine scarf, and a live unseen. The author also analyzed short story books and poetry collection books. The selected novels are set during the tragedy of 9/11 or after the 9/11 tragedy, with the main character having Eastern national backgrounds. This book is divided into 8 chapters. Maybe here I will give a little comment on some quotation that I took from this book in several chapters. First, I want to comment on the quotation, "The heart defect is a symbol of the broken heart of the Cypriot Muslim diaspora who have a dream and love to live in America to improve their education and economic development," on page 83. In this book, in chapter 4, you see in the book Saffron Dreams. Here I agree with the quotes because I think it is also a unique thing to analyze, and indeed the reality is that Muslims who live there don't have the freedom to improve themselves, and what they always get is heartache, failure, and other forms of oppression. As experienced by Arisa, who is the protagonist in the novel, she has experienced all forms of oppression, stereotypes, and failure. Heart defect can describe subtly how the situation was at the time, where for people with heart defect, it would be difficult for them to feel the feelings in their heart. So the second quotations I took from chapter 6, which discussed the novel Hope and Other Dangerous Pursuits. In the quote, "Women are treated like objects that can be used and purchased whenever men desire," on page 113. Here I agree with the statement that women are used like objects for women, and it turns out that it has become a natural thing for men's POV. Many women are also forced to use their bodies to make a penny. Even now, there are many platforms that are in the profile to be connecting media. However, here I want to give a little critique because in this state, it is not explained more widely, more deeply how the position of woman is made an object in the form of the author's opinion, so that we as readers can compare the opinions of the book's authors with previous research that was found more strongly. So the next quotation, the representation of the FBI in this novel can be linked to Stuart Hall's idea of identity politics on page 130. Here is the third quote that I took from chapter 7, which analyzed the book on In a Promised Land. I agreed with Ms. Johar, who links it to the identity politics, because the FBI here has a lot of roles in the story, so that in my opinion, even their identity as the ruling political party is too dominant to the things that are outside their duties. In other words, the FBI have here interferes too much in Jassim's affairs. In the wild, he may have Arab citizenship, but in my opinion, it is unethical to do. not in accordance with their work procedures, in my opinion, that can be added in this book to clarify about identity politics. Okay, next there is from chapter 3, which analyzes the book Hagar poems, where this quote reads, Khadijah is unique and humble as she has distinctive hair instead of a hijab, on page 65. I don't agree with that statement because what Khadijah did was to make something unique because it is the same as her betraying the use of the hijab. She prefers to show and be proud of the hair she has, although the aim is to show that Muslim women can adapt to today's fashion, to American fashion, to US fashion, but in my opinion, it is not quite right. However, the hijab is important for Muslim women, as has been commended by Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. So, some different from another chapter. In this chapter 1, I'm not giving a comment in the form of agree or disagree, but here I want to express my opinion about the spelling of America on page 28, which use a lowercase letter at the beginning of the word. As we know, that America is the name of country that should use a capital letter at the beginning of a sentence. In my opinion, Ms. Johar intended not to make America a country that always dominates, deliberately writing it in lowercase letters as a strategy to fight white supremacy and colonialism carried about by America. Similar to the spelling of America in chapter 7, we also use U period S with lowercase letters. As we know, U period S is to reference to US, but which I think has the same purpose as spelling America with lowercase letters. So for the summarize overall, this book really helped us to open our minds to be able to analyze a book by dissecting one sentence or word at a time, and give us a better understanding that a book review is not just about whatever a good or not good, but how the message is conveyed to the reader and how the stories can have an impact on the reader. Maybe that's all my video review about the writing Islam. So, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.